welcome back to another video. I usually try and feature smaller channels, but there were a couple of bigger ones this week that I thought really deserved the feature. In this series so far, I've only really been featuring game devs with an actual devlog series, rather than game dev related videos. But I think I'll also start featuring people who make tutorials, game jam videos, and other game dev related videos. So if you know of any channels making any type of game dev videos, preferably with less than 300 subscribers, please let me know of them in the comments below, and don't be afraid to suggest your own channel. D-Dolls is a solo games developer working on an untitled indie game in Unity. The game was originally his submission to a game jam, which he wanted to adapt into a bigger project. Looking back at his original submission, it already looked really cool. The animations and particles were really well done, and the colour scheme was pleasing to look at. Over the past few devlogs, the game has improved drastically. His videos are very thorough, and he explains each change he makes to the game in depth, which is nice. Wigsong Dev is another solo games developer, creating an RPG game in Unity. Seeing his world slowly come to life between devlogs is very satisfying, so I'd suggest binge watching all of his devlogs. It's still pretty early days for his project, but his shaders and models are improving a lot, especially the buildings and animals. I can't wait to see the game get a bit more fleshed out, with more mechanics like questing and crafting. RQ Dev is creating a casual puzzle game for mobile called Project Teal in Unity. It's a pretty simplistic puzzle game, in which you flip over all the tiles to make them face only one colour. The colour palette in game looks so sleek and professional already. I often play puzzle games on my phone when I'm travelling, so I'll definitely be keeping my eye on this one. Andrew is working on a game called Below the Stone in Unity. It's a pixel art exploration game, in which you explore and carve out tunnels by mining to collect resources such as ores and wood. You can use these resources to craft items. Andrew produces small showcase style videos, showing off the new features of his game, as well as live streaming on YouTube. The gameplay really gives me good vibes, with its art and music, and I can't wait to try it out for myself. Arithmetic creates Godot tutorials, as well as devlogs for his game Lab 12b. The tutorials are really informative, so go check them out if you're learning Godot for yourself. Lab 12b is a stealth platformer game. It's pretty early in development, but progressing quickly. It already has movement and grappling mechanics, as well as some basic AI. One of the things I love about this channel is that whenever he adds a new mechanic or feature into his game, he produces a tutorial shortly after, showing exactly how to do it for yourself. DarkOwl is making devlogs for two games at the same time, Ascended Fallen Kingdom, which is his solo project, and Questiny, which is a duo project with his friend. Both games are great so far. Ascended is a pixel art RPG platformer game, which has quests and combat systems in place already, whereas Questiny will be an action-packed tower defense game. It's interesting seeing one developer working on two major projects at once, so I wish him the best of luck with the games and his channel. Ram Homia is a solo game dev that makes both devlogs and tutorials. The devlogs are for his game Buzzy Feelings. It's a pixel art farm management game, in which you can grow a variety of fruit and veg, as well as care for your animals. The contrast between the pixel art and complex game mechanics of a management game goes really well together in my opinion. Bees will also be a major feature within the game. You will want to keep your farm producing a variety of different produce, in order to help the bee population, which in return will boost your overall productivity of your farm. Rasmus Nielsen is working on a cute pixel art platformer game called Mouseboy. Every run of the game will be unique, with different power-ups available, as well as different rooms spawning. The game will have a lot of replayability between each run. The game currently only has a few devlogs, but the pixel art and animations are great, and each devlog expands the gameplay by so much. These last two game devs are slightly bigger channels, but I want to feature them anyway. They both make incredible content and devlogs, and I think they deserve a lot more subscribers. Adigo is a solo game dev working on his game Evermore. It's a 3D top-down roguelike game that uses 2D sprites. The style is very unique and the animations look awesome. The gameplay looks so responsive and smooth, and the particles are really clean. The levels are randomly generated each run, and the game itself looks incredibly fun. The game has basic enemies, combat with spellcasting, and bosses, as well as a dialogue system for NPCs. The variety of the spells are really cool. I especially love the spell that slows down time. Riddiman is a games developer working on a game in Unity called Polycolypse. It's a 3D third-person survival game set in the zombie apocalypse. I really like the low poly style of the game, and one of the main features I especially like about it is the limb dismemberment. For example, when you're attacking a zombie, if you slash at their arm will actually come off of their body. This gives great player feedback and looks fantastic. The game will also have base building, car repairing, and upgrading, as well as static weaponry like turrets and traps. I've been following this channel for quite a while now, and I'm really excited to play it when it's finally out. Please go check out each and every one of these game devs. They all produce great content and deserve a lot more subscribers. I wish them all the best and I hope they surpass me soon. Again, if you have any suggestions of who to showcase in the next video, please leave them in the comments below, and don't be afraid to suggest your own channel. Thank you so much to all my patrons who support me over on Patreon, so a huge thank you to Tom, Fist Me Daddy, and Sab Kitty. Please like and comment if you enjoyed the video, and leave any suggestions in the comments, I'd love to hear them. All of the channels showcased in the video are linked in the description, so please go check them out and show them all some support, as well as links to my socials and Discord. Thank you so much for watching.